Hello and welcome back to Palworld. Today is a very exciting and a very scary episode, as today we are going to be trying to take on the BELLANOIR LIBERO raid. So, I have done a lot of preparation for this. To go over some of my preparations before I get into, the strategies and stuff that we will be implementing. First and foremost, I have crafted ourselves a team, okay? We have ourselves some specific pals that I'm going to be bringing that are going to be very helpful. The first actually is Choodle. And ironically, it sounds like a joke considering this whole playthrough I've been, trying to shove Chillet in the spotlight and use it wherever I can. But once again, Chillet is actually going to be incredibly useful. And the reason why is, once again, its ability, Wriggling Weasel. This ability changes your attack power to dragon-type attacks, and BELLANOIR LIBERO is a dark type. At least at the start, but we'll get into that in a moment. So this is going to be a pal that we are going to absolutely be bringing along. I'm going to be running dragon moves on it. I don't know if I will end up clicking any of its moves. I might just be trying to dodge with it more so than anything. I might keep maybe Diamond Rain. Actually, I might keep some ice type moves so that we can maybe get a freeze. A freeze would actually be very helpful because we don't have any other ice pals. So maybe I will keep with our ice moves actually, as a big freeze could help get off a lot of damage during the fight. This will be a lot of a DPS race, if you will. It will be a lot of DPS racing. But also, we have ourselves some Gobfins. I did go ahead and catch a whole bunch of these, so we are going to use them for this. They have a similar kind of plan, or no, a similar kind of skill, sorry, as what Chillet has, where they buff our attack power. So when they are max condensed, and yes, I have some that are max condensed. This is a 20% damage increase to our attack power, and Vanguard is a 10% attack power increase. So together, this is 30%. I have two of these that are maxed out, which are going to be on the team for sure, so that we can get a nice 60% attack power bonus, on top of Chillet's 20% attack power bonus, plus Chillet changing our attack power to Dragon type, so we hit for super effective damage for double damage. You can see how that all adds up. Jet Dragon, I'm actually not going to have. I'm still considering, even at this very moment, whether I want to have Jet Dragon in the attack box, which is this box. I have trained up so many Chillet Ignis for this fight. And the reason I have chosen Chillet Ignis, partially because I just really like Chillet, and I like the idea of Chillet's being able to defeat the entire game. Secondly, is because they are a fire dragon type. And BELLANOIR LIBERO starts off as a dark type, which is weak to dragon, and changes into an ice type when it gets low HP. So that's where the fire type comes in. So I have a bunch of these. They're kind of named based on the TMs I gave them. If they have 2 dragon TMs, they're called 2D. If they have 3 dragon TMs, they're called 3D. This is Wagyu because he's an alpha and he ended up with all the good traits first. So I was actually going to have this one on my team so that we can use, once again, the ability that changes them into fire-type attacks for when it gets low HP. So I will ride this Chillet instead, and we will use this one as our backup for when, hopefully we get it to low HP. I also have some Nyafias in here. This is where it gets a little bit weird. I have Nyafias in here because they are going to poison BELLANOIR LIBERO when I go through. We're going to just have full-on, just all poison attacking moves to try and poison it, as the poison tick damage is a percentage of its HP, and BELLANOIR LIBERO will have a lot of HP. I didn't feel like I needed the shotgun or anything like that. I just need them in the base. They're going to be in one at a time, but I have a backup in case it dies, as it is a dark type pal, and dark is weak against dragon. So, gonna be careful on that one. I don't imagine Nyafia will live for a super long time, but if it applies the poison, that's fine. That's all it needs to do. And I'll run over and hopefully replace it with something else. We do have a couple of backups. I do have a couple of backup Chillet Ignis. Not all of these are leveled. In fact, I think only these top 7 are. So I have a couple of backups. Hopefully all of the Chillet don't start dying, or else I will be in trouble, because it takes a long time to level all of these guys up. I've mostly been doing it by finding Predator pals out and about and getting their XP up by, fighting them with a team of 4 level 1 Chillet Ignis, and then my Jet Dragon, and then the Jet Dragon KOs the Predator pal to level everyone else up. It's a lot of XP. It does get them to level 50 pretty quickly, especially if you can take down, like, a level 55 Elfidron on Sakurajima or something. Good XP, but it's not super quick. So the plan is going to be to bring in these Chillets, in an attack box. My plan is going to be to have this is my team, Twilight on the team, so I can get a little bit of a heal, maybe, in case, because I don't want to die in the middle of it. I don't know if that ends it immediately, but I don't want to find out. And yeah, that's pretty much the majority of my plan. I think I've rambled enough. We do have, I believe, 2 attempts at this. We have 9 BELLANOIR LIBERO slab fragments. Actually, my inventory is a mess right now. Like I said, Predator, Cores, and TMs, it's a mess. Don't look over here. But we have 9 BELLANOIR LIBERO slab fragments, so that does mean that we can, in fact, go ahead and make 2 BELLANOIR LIBERO slabs. So we get 2 attempts. We will see if we can get this as a nice, clean victory first try. If not, I may need to change up my strategies. We are on default settings, and I am aware that raids are intended to be done with a large grouping of people. So I don't know how well this is going to go. This is my first time trying BELLANOIR LIBERO. So we'll see. We'll see. I feel like I've made good preparations, though. So let's give this a go. Oh, as a note, I have also got the 2% PAL defense power and 2% PAL at base attack power from the mining tree in this research thing. I'm working on it slowly. I haven't really been prioritizing it, but now that I know that you can get these PAL enhancements, I wish I'd put in a little bit more effort into it. As, you know, having these extra, you know, chunks of attack power and defense power, they'd probably come in pretty handy. I have made an extra base just north of my other 2 bases. I wanted it to be slightly close, just in case anything goes wrong, but not too close, so that everything I have gets destroyed by a BELLANOIR LIBERO on a rampage. But I made this extra base. I believe the only things that we actually need are 100 stone, 20 paldium to make the summoning altar, and then the slab piece itself to summon the boss. In terms of weapons, I feel I should definitely have a shotgun equipped rather than a pickaxe. I don't think I'm going to be fighting with a pickaxe, but I have my rocket launcher, which is probably going to be what I'm using mostly for the stagger damage, and I have my assault rifle for big damage. I don't imagine I'll be using the shotgun too much. I might. We'll see. I can't imagine I'll be up close very much, though. So I think my weapons are fine. Obviously, having a, you know, gold-tiered rocket launcher would be optimal, but I don't have that, sadly. So I think we are pretty much good to go. So I'm going to start filling out my box down here with my, you know, premium pals. And just like that, we have a full box. I have my other Neathia as a spare in case this one dies. Hopefully they don't need to be fed in the middle of it. Some of these are condensed a couple times as well, because obviously I was breeding a lot of Chillet Ignis, so I had, you know, some spare to get everyone to like 1 or 2 stars. It's kind of, you know, spread about based on, you know, when they were bred. If they were bred with perfect traits early, they got to 2 stars early. If they were bred with perfect traits very late, they don't have, you know, any condensations because I didn't have many spares at that point. So we'll see how this goes. I am scared. I will be brutally honest. I am scared. All floors must be touching the ground. That's that should be fine. Surely we can find a spot around here where this works. I didn't realize this was so precise. Over here is probably more even. Ah, that will work. I can craft this myself. How long this takes? This is quick. Okay. As a last second 4, is there anything I'm missing? I think I'm ready to send it. I'm scared. I don't know how this is gonna go. But let's see. BELLANOIR LIBERO, slab fragment in, summon powerful pal. I have my damage. I'm gonna start with my rocket launcher. Let's get this thing summoned. You summon a powerful boss at your base. There's a chance that all structures in your base will be destroyed, and all pals will be incapacitated. Proceed with summoning. Go for it. Alright, Choodle. Let's see how much damage we can do over here. Bam. Big rocket launcher start. We're going to go for rocket launcher hits because rocket launcher hits are going to build stagger, I believe. That's how that works anyway. The DPS is looking great, actually. I was scared that we weren't going to do enough damage. Now, one thing to consider is a lot of my pals have very long cooldown abilities. A lot of my abilities on my pals are like 1 minute long. Holy, this thing is melting. Oh my lord. I did not think this was going to go so well. Holy, 10,000 damage with the rocket launcher hit? Now, as a note, some of my chillets are melting as well. And there is still another phase that is going to have another health bar. So we do have to worry about that. But this is very good damage. I feel like I have chosen good moves. I feel like this is great damage. The Chillet Army is insane. The Chillet Army is insane. Oh my god. Okay, 1 HP, phase 2, Ice type. We get off of Choodle, we get onto Wagyu. I got frozen, actually, on the phase change, but that's fine. Wagyu gets an attack off. Some of my Chillets are now dying, as a note. But this is fine. This is fine. I'm going to actually swap to my Assault Rifle, just so I can burst as much damage as possible. All of my Chillets are dying. It is, in fact, all going downhill very quickly. This is actually getting more down to the wire than I thought. Ice-type form is a little bit spooky. But we are fine. We are fine. The DPS was insane. The DPS was actually insane. Holy. Chillets are the best things in the game. I will actually... Ignoring the fact that on the right-hand side, everything is dead. That was amazing. I am astounded at how well that went, actually. We still have some Chillets standing. Look at this. Look at these heroes. I can't believe the Nyafia is still alive, actually, considering that's weak to... Actually, that's weak to Dragon. We fought a Dark type. I don't know why I was so afraid of losing Nyafia. Nyafia resists Dark. We're fine. But yeah, this is horrifying. This is so messed up. Just the horde of dead Chillets. This is my nightmare. No. Oh, no. They can't even get revived because I don't have any beds in this place. But overall, that was very, very good. That went way better than I was expecting. I am very proud of all of my Chillets. I think I'm going to just shove all of these back in the box so they can go onto the 10-minute respawn timer. They do need to be fed again. Actually, their food is still pretty high. We can probably bring these for another fight. We could maybe redo this, as there is a reward. That reward is we get ourselves a huge dark egg, which I do believe becomes a BELLANOIR Libero. There is a 95% chance it is a female BELLANOIR Libero, and there is a 5% chance it will be a male BELLANOIR Libero. So I'm really hoping that we can get a male on the first one that we hatch, because breeding these could be pretty good. I don't have any plans to use them for anything, but breeding one would still be cool. We also get a stout fruit to boost a pal's defense, which I think applies to IVs. So we could boost Choodle's defense. It's always going to be Choodle. It's always going to be Choodle. But maybe we should give it to Wagyu. Wagyu could maybe get perfect defense, which would be kind of cool in a way. And Wagyu does have very good, very, very good abilities. Even better than Choodle. Choodle was made very early on, before some of these abilities came out. So maybe we give it to Wagyu. We'll give it to Wagyu. And we also got an Ultra Slab to summon a powerful level question mark BELLANOIR Libero, which we're not going to do just yet, because we're definitely not ready for that. And a multi-climber undershirt too, which does actually give us an upgrade. I don't think we were having any issues with heat or cold resistance, but still, it's an upgrade. I will get this egg incubating. It is going to take a little while to incubate. We will check on that in a bit. So while that egg goes ahead and hatches, I do want to quickly go over the Chillets that I did bring, as that went very, very well. I am amazed at how well that went. I didn't think it was going to be quite that much destruction, because I brought Blast Cannon, which is a 30-second cooldown, and it explodes a bunch of tiny little dragon spots on the ground, which hit bigger targets multiple times. So I figured it would be good for the raid, and that was absolutely true. And Beam Slicer, which kind of does the same. It fires a beam. I mean, if you've been watching the playthrough, you understand that this move is cracked out of its mind. But this also does the same kind of effect. It makes a beam appear on the ground, and then they all explode along the line, and it does a bunch of ticks of damage. I thought we were going to have a big chunk of damage up front while these two abilities were casted, and then it was going to be slow for a minute. For whatever reason, I feel like these just got spammed. There was like no cooldown on these. These were happening at all times, which was kind of nuts. The damage was insane. Fireball was just a filler. I didn't have a TM for that, but I was growing those in these orchards, which took an incredibly long amount of time. This was overkill. It's the only way I can say it. This Chillet box here, this was overkill. We definitely did not need to max out their abilities, and we definitely didn't need to have the insane TMs on these. So, as a recommendation, if you do want to do a BELLANOIR LIBERO by yourself, it is a lot easier than I expected. You should probably give it a try. However, there is more raids that we still need to do. There is a Blazemut Ryu raid, which is the fire-type Blazemut that turns into an electric type, I believe. And there is also a Xenolord raid. The Blazemut raid is level 55. The Xenolord is level 60. The Xenolord, I believe, just stays as dragon. If it has a type change, then I'm not aware of it. And we also have ourselves still the final boss to go ahead and beat down on this island. So we do still have some stuff to do. But this gives me a good positive outlook. I am going to wait for this egg to go ahead and hatch before I go ahead and reveal our BELLANOIR LIBERO that we get. Alright, as a follow-up, it has been a while, but it is finally time to go ahead and hatch this dark egg. Let's see what our BELLANOIR LIBERO is going to have. Siren of the Void as the only ability, but we can go ahead and have a look at the PAL itself as well and give that a quick read. I imagine it's probably on. Yep, got the Sakurajima Dex area. With her desires set loose, she was soon overwhelmed. He longed for herself to gaze upon herself. And the sisters who gazed, resenting reality, were driven into the abyss, and at last closed their eyes. That is some mumbo-jumbo Souls lore type stuff that you've got to try and dissect. But there's a lot of eyes in there. We should have a BELLANOIR LIBERO, though, and we can check its gender and see how good it is. Here we be. It is a male BELLANOIR LIBERO. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think we got the 5%. Oh, okay. I'm definitely going to want to do another one of these, and I'm definitely going to try and breed some BELLANOIR LIBEROs, because that would be a fun pal to have as we go around. I have no idea what its ability does, Nightmare Stare. Hopefully it's the big laser, because that is a cool ability. And it has Siren of the Void for a 30% increase in dark attack damage and a 30% increase in ice attack damage. Nice. Nice. But that is, I think, where I'm going to wrap up for today. I should mention quickly, as a note, for anyone that wants to go ahead and get the BELLANOIR LIBERO fragments for the slabs, you do have to go up into this ice area. I tried going around into a bunch of different areas like Sakurajima and the sand area and the new area of Faybreak. The only place where I got them was this ice area. So if you want the slabs, I would recommend hunting for them here. But yeah, I think that is where we're going to wrap things up for today. A little bit of a shorter episode, because I was planning on having to do it twice, because I thought we were going to lose the first attempt. I really did. I didn't know what to expect. I just knew it was a big jump up, and raids were intended for multiple people. But things went very, very well, which does look good for the future. If you guys have enjoyed this quick raid video, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,